In Heartland Season 17 Episode 9, Tim struggles to adjust to new family dynamics when Miranda arrives early to assist with Shane and close wedding Amy. And Nathan retrain Nathan's horse. Jessica has to gap with Jack. Amy and Nathan first met during a ride to work on Shad with the intention of using Powder, a stunning white horse that he had lately retrained. He was putting him to the test. Amy and Nathan were riding side by side when everything was going well. However, as they were slowing down, Powder became agitated and bolted after Amy. Just about caught up, Powder calmed down and she was able to turn him around. Amy suspected that the reasons for Powder seeming unwellness could be related to the techniques Nathan's trainer employed to rehabilitate them. Horse after it had been left in a field for several years. Amy decided that Powder would benefit from her softer touch rather than the hard traditional methods the other trainer had employed, so she offered to assist Nathan with Powder. Nathan arrived at Heartland later that day, accepting Amy's offer, and the two got to work. Given that Nathan owns the horse and is an experienced rider, Amy even persuaded him to his sister. Amy changed Powder's bit and practiced one stops to get back to the basics. Powder was making good, if modest, progress. After that, Annie persuaded Nathan to collaborate with Powder so that the horse would know he can rely on Nathan, and even though Chloe and her infatuation with the stunning horse caused Nathan to agree to let her ride Powder at her wedding to Shane, and even though he struggled to train Powder at the slow pace and he desired, Powder was ready to go by the end of the show. Nathan even put the horse's fast reactions to the test, and in the end, he and Amy took Powder for a ride in the field. Powder was unrelated to the ride, even if Amy and Nathan didn't end on the best of terms. Additionally, we witnessed some advancements in Nathan and Amy's friendship, which regrettably did not conclude the episode on a positive note. We saw more of them in this episode, along with some entertaining back and forth between Amy and Nathan. Nathan led Amy to a stunning location with a view of the surrounding area, and he was even persuaded to climb a tree by him since he said the view was greater from up there. So they marched forward, reached their destination, and took in the even more breathtaking panorama that the elevated viewpoint provided, and they started talking while they took in the scenery. They began by discussing how climbing trees takes them back to their joyful, worry-free childhood. Ian then questioned Amy about why she was always with Lindy, after Amy said that Lindy occasionally helped her see the world through a child's perspective. Naturally, Amy had to clarify that Ty had died a few years prior. After Amy mentioned how encouraging it was to see Shane and Chloe's optimism for the future, Nathan made fun of her and called her hopeless romantic. Amy observed the initials and P.I.N.T. Doi carved into the tree they had just climbed when they had succeeded in climbing down, and laughing off after Nathan fell silent when she asked if that was his high school sweetheart. Amy told him it was none of her business, in an attempt to diffuse the tension, but it didn't seem to have the desired effect. Amy asked Nathan if everything was well, and he was thoughtful on their journey back from the tree, so it was a nice surprise when he did choose to explain the initials before they parted. The way the talk ended was less than pleasant, to put it mildly. Nathan doesn't have the greatest perspective on love, and that makes sense considering what his ex-wife endured for him. His suggestion, though, that Amy and Ty's relationship ended. There's more information available. We will update you here too. Stay updated about your favorite series, movies, or shows. Subscribe and press the bell icon. Also like and share our videos with your friends and family.